So Sean over Auto Anatomy, go to his channel. He's great. See his latest videos on his trip with his dad across the country on Route 66. Pretty cool. That must have been a great trip to go with your dad like that. He was telling you guys when he did that Thunderbird that he took his radiator over to Matt's radiator in Colorado Springs. This was repaired by Matt's, and he did a spectacular job on this. Now, granted, this was a nice piece to start with. It wasn't all beat up, but you can see, you know, he's got it soldered properly in this area, and it's not all messy. Look at the nice clean job he did, and look at under the lip. You don't see gobs of solder under the lip. Now again, this was in pretty good shape. It didn't need it, but he did a nice job. And the surface here is in excellent condition. The mating surface to the intake manifold. Now, I glue the thermostat in before I put these in. And I do that because I've had it happen in the past where you go to put this in and the thermostat falls and you don't see it. So it falls down, you know, here, and then it's a leak, and you don't see that happen. I've had that happen a couple times, and so from now on, this is something I learned early on. I just glue them in, and then they don't fall. So you put a little bit of glue around the lip, you know, around the edge, just a little bit of, you know, Gorilla Snot or silicone, and then put it on there, and then let it dry. Now, and this is the correct way the thermostat goes, and it says on it, to radiator. I don't know if you can see that, but it says, you know, it has an arrow and it says to radiator to show you the right direction. So anyway, Matt's did this. Matt's a professional. He did a very good job, and I'm very happy with it. It's already been on the car once, and it held pressure and did well and looks great. So yeah, Matt's. So I'm going to put this on now. All right, here's a video about the radiator. Now, I just showed you the surge tank, and this was also done at Matt's. And this radio was done with a high efficiency core, and it's a 3-row. And you can look at it, and it looks like it fills up the whole radiator. Looks like a 4-row, but it's actually a 3-row. So if we look in here, I don't know if we can see that or not, but you can see it's a 3-row. This radiator, I did one of these in Andy's car, the 65 T-Bird that I restored, and we put one of these in. And most people know that when you rebuild an engine, they run hot until they break in, you know, until like thousands of miles. You know, 5,000 miles, they start to cool off a little bit, but in their first few thousand miles, they run very hot. And so it's it's highly recommended that you don't drive a new engine in traffic, get stuck in traffic, or any situation where it would overheat. So you put, what we always recommended to our customers was, if you've got a new motor, put night miles on it, go find a lonely road somewhere, go on the freeway at night, far, put as many miles as you can on the car before you drive it in traffic. Now remember, I came from LA, so you know, it's just a traffic nightmare there, and we would tell people to, you know, go out of town, drive it out of town at night, on the weekend, put miles on it. We've had people that have driven their cars in traffic when they were new, and they overheated. And so anyway, Matt, I discussed this with Matt at Matt's Radiator in Colorado Springs, and he said this high efficiency core, that's the way to go. And so I tried it, and on Andy's car, brand new motor, he only had a couple hundred miles on it. He drove that car to Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, for the international show in 2018. And in the summer, it was 100 degrees the whole way. He had the windows closed, the air conditioning on, and we were doing 80 miles an hour the whole way, and the temperature gauge never went over half. And that this radiator just proved itself over and over and over again with that particular trip. Same thing on the way back. When he drove back from Tulsa, same thing. You know, high temperatures, air conditioning on the whole way, and he never had a problem with it. It never got over half, the needle never went more than halfway on the gauge. So this is I got another one for this car that I'm doing, this Thelma and Louise car, and we should have no problems with overheating on this. Now also, this is a 66 T-Bird, and I wanted to show you the clips, the original clips to hold the fan shroud. So this is what they look like. This is how they go in. This is the original clip to hold the bottom of the fan shroud to the bottom of the radiator. Now this is one off the car. See, it clips in like that. That's where it clips into the radiator. This is where the fan shroud clips into. So this goes here like that. See? I'm trying to get the best angle for you guys, so I'm holding it with one hand. There, see? Clipped in. Now it's in. Okay, that's the original clip. Good luck finding some of these if you don't have yours. Impossible. And here's the original nut plate. This is where it bolts to the frame. And this is where the condenser bolts to the radiator. So that's it. Wanted to show you that.